Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have B1 too, brother.
Go.
Yes. Thank you for that one. I definitely did not get that one. Ah, what an incredible morning. New year, new week. You see that alignment?
Boom.
Yes. The weak-minded cannot understand it, but it's fine. Happy New Year. And yes.
We need a soundtrack.
Oh, shit. Hang on.
Go crazy. There you go.
Yes. We hope that this is not a year of reconnect. Amazing. Okay, listen. I think. Oh wait, I had one more, but it's not okay. That's fine. We'll just leave it like that. Stakk Nation,
Champions.
welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year to everyone. It's an incredible morning. Okay,
Gentlemen of Crypto Crew, how y'all doing?
listen, man. I want to know what everyone's New Year resolution is. What do you guys have planned for this year? Your New Year resolution cannot only be to collect profits and escape the country,
Oh, just go to the gym. And then
or
stop.
just going to the gym. Yeah, there is that too.
and then stop going by March.
I've never understood it, man. If you're a New Year resolution person or a gym New Year resolution person, right? One of those people who goes, yes, I'm going to go to the gym. And then they start hitting the gym and leave by March. I just want you to know that the regular gym goers despise you. We don't like you like that.
Taking up space.
Yes, because you show up. Okay. I used to use this machine all the time. Now I can't because you and your squad of New Year resolutioners have all decided that today you're going to do some curls.
And sit on it forever.
Yeah. What is the solution? Be consistent. Okay. This way I know that, hey, I should plan differently, to use this curling situation.
Is there?
Well, let's look here, man. What do we have going on? Of course, BK Crypto Squad. Boom. Like always, man. In the house, in the Hiza. I'm pretty sure I have something for this, brother. I don't know where this button is at.
That's the wrong button.
It is the wrong button. It's just because I cannot find we had a boom.
Yeah, it used to be a big boom, like explosion.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, now you go start 2024 not find the
It's
buttons.
okay, man. One of my New Year resolution is to clean up the soundboard. That way when we're looking for a button, we can actually find it. A lot of times I don't do it because I'm like, God, it's a lot to scroll through here just to find that button.
Hey, man.
Yeah, well, I'll get it together. And of course,
shout out to the Stream Deck people.
yes, absolutely.
Pretty cool technology.
Yeah, it's pretty, dude. Makes things so much easier.
Yeah.
When you're streaming. Okay. Well, let's look at least look at the price of Bitcoin here, and then we're going to be diving in. What are we doing today?
Man, 2024 predictions.
24 prediction.
People want to know what my Bitcoin prediction is. Remember we had that prediction 2021, 2022 about the price of Bitcoin?
Yeah.
And it was right on point.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's another time for one of those, man.
Well, listen, man. I think that when it comes to predictions, I think that you're the king of predictions, brother. So let the people know what the sticks are saying.
The candlesticks.
Yeah. Is it on?
Is it called sorcery
Beautiful.
for black men, or is it sorcery for men?
I forgot. Astrology.
Astrology.
I don't know why people came up with that shit, man.
It's a good joke, though. I like it.
Is it?
Yeah. Let's look into the stars and see what Bitcoin is gonna give us in 24.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
All right. Take it away, sir.
All right, man. The long awaited chart here that we have here. Oh, look at that. That's a bull flag. If you just look at that right away, that's a bullish flag. Yep, right there. That's the flag right there. Show them what a flag look like.
Well, actually, we're not even signed in, but we carry on.
Yeah. So, well, right now, looking at the daily charts, right? We're going to look at the weekly chart, and we're going to look at the daily chart. On the daily chart right now on Bitcoin, just looking at that bull flag that we have going on here, seems like we have currently have a bullish pennant going on. But in that same bullish pennant, we have a double top. That double top is
Mm.
going to be extremely reliant on if we get that spot Bitcoin ETF approval, right? So if we get that spot Bitcoin ETF approval, we should see a quick gap up to like 49K. So that's a $3,000 jump. And of course, when that big money start flowing in, we should expect to see $53,000, almost $54,000 of Bitcoin before the halving. This is way before the halving. That's what's going on. That's the bullish state. And of course, as you guys know, SEC might do its wonders and say, hey, we're going to delay. I don't think they're going to say no, like outright say it's disapproved. I think they might just do another delay type situation. That's if they do that. And if they do that, we might see Bitcoin dumping down first of all to 40K, breaking out of that pennant, and then all the way down to about 37K, waiting for the next, decision for it to go back up, which is going to drop below the 50-day exponential moving average. Yeah, that's what I see going on here. So that's my Bitcoin prediction before halving. Then after the halving, man, hey, ain't got no answer for you there. I think you might have a prediction for that.
Yeah. So I think when I did my technical analysis, my technical analysis on Bitcoin, I did it almost 2 years ago. I'm still following that.
Yep, it is.
I've not really been.
You've not gone back to edit it.
Yeah, I've not gone back to edit it, and so far it's still moving according to the plan. So, I don't have that. I don't have that one here because we're not signed in.
Yeah, we're not logged into our account.
But looking at that one, it's just going with this concept where Bitcoin pulls back 80% after a massive rise every time. The 80% pullback was interrupted by the pumping of the markets with all the crypto exchanges and such. But at the time, starting with Terra Luna, when that situation happened and all the other chaotic events that happened after that continued to drive that price downward. So I think for my prediction, I'm still saying that it's going to be, we're going to at least still be crossing 100K by the end of this year, actually, of 2024. So that's my prediction.
Oh yeah,
100K by the end of 2022, above 100K by the end of 2024. Right. So that's where I am with that one. What other predictions do we have, brother?
Yeah, we got a long list of predictions, Charles.
Yeah. By the way, please like the video, subscribe, and share it. Like the video for sure. We're in live, so you cannot share it yet.
Yep. Right. By the way, feel free to put comments about your predictions or what are the predictions you want us to talk about. We'll be glad to talk about it and discuss about it.
Absolutely.
Spot Bitcoin ETF. That's the next one. Do you think we're gonna get that approval by the 10th? Before the 10th?
Before the 10th, probably not. I don't think we're gonna have it before the 10th, just because this is the way they drag out these things. But if we do get it by the 10th, at the same time, I'm trying to really, there's this concept of selling the news, okay, where people are expecting the markets to move in a certain direction because of something. But then as you approach that point, it turns out that the people who consider themselves smart money actually did a reversal on you, where at the points where you're jumping in because of the news, they are collecting profits. So there is that. As far as the approval goes, I actually hope it's not before the 10th.
Yeah. For me, I think it's gonna be a situation of buying the news because this is not the traditional market. A lot of the FUDs and the market makers actually are not in the current market. If you see what I'm saying, like the big whales are just trying to get that approval to start really investing in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So that Bitcoin ETFs gives them the green light to say, okay, maybe it's finally secure. But my concern is that I don't think the SEC, the CFTC, and all these agencies about regulations are ready for the real thing. Because I don't think all the big pointers have been figured out. What's going to happen to U.S. Treasury? What's going to happen to U.S. bonds? Will people start exiting their funds out of real estate? Will they start taking their money out of gold? Will they start exiting their money out of bonds and putting it into the Bitcoin ETF? Like they don't want to
Hmm.
disrupt the entire market. Like this thing has that potential of doing that.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
think January 10th is enough time for them to establish or get everything ready for it. They are not ready.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually did not
They
think
might
about that.
delay it.
Yeah. I think it could be delayed, especially when you describe it that way. That's actually something I've not thought about heavily. Because I think as investors, as the big whales would like to call themselves, I think the number one objective is to maximize profits. So if you're holding all of this money in U.S. treasuries
Bonds,
and
yeah.
it's not yielding any massive profits, and everyone on the Bitcoin side is making massive profits, how do you justify just holding on to this bonds that are not necessarily doing anything for you?
But to have
Is
another bank run,
This is true. Except,
another bank run.
I mean, but the bank run on the economy, bank run on fake money. I mean, in many ways, I'm all for that because the world is changing very fast. We see that there's a lot of countries that are trading outside of the US dollar now.
Hmm.
So I think we're just at this point where this change is happening, and whether we're ready or not, there's going to be some pain with this whole situation. There's definitely going to be, because no one knows, no one has ever been on the Bitcoin standard before,
Hmm.
and the same as no one had ever really operated within the capitalistic configuration.
Without the US dollar.
Yeah, without the US dollar, without the gold backing, it was just something that was done at that point in time, and then we're all moved on
Yeah.
with that, right? But it does not mean that it was right. You
Hmm.
know, we can see right now that there's a ton of a crap ton of issues with that system. So I think in this case, things like you were mentioning, okay, the treasury is getting rock pulled essentially, is probably something that is going to have to happen at some point if the ETF gets approved, because otherwise, where is the money going to come from to go into Bitcoin? Because it could print it as well.
Well, I think, of course. Oh, yeah, that's another prediction that we're going to talk about for 2024. How much printing is the Federal Reserve going to do this year? Our
Mm.
interest rate's going to go down. But
Mm,
back to the main topic: spot Bitcoin ETF.
right.
Delayed, not delayed, approved. Are they ready? I don't think they're ready. I think they might delay it. We might see another dip or opportunity to buy Bitcoin. That's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely. All right. What is next then? What is the next prediction? I think this is going to be delayed as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a soundtrack for crypto? Because that's the next one. Crypto. Crypto.
Soundtrack for crypto.
Crypto.
Soundtrack for crypto. Oh,
Crypto, crypto, full mess. Crypto, crypto, Kalash, crypto, crypto, full mess.
there you go. Crypto soundtrack. Oh man, incredible.
Man, what do y'all think about all them altcoins in 2024?
Yeah, I can't really speak about altcoins, but I'll be holding some altcoins, and I think I'm definitely making some gains on altcoins. Uh, yeah. Are these your predictions for where these altcoins are going to move?
No, no, no. That's even different. That's the stock markets. Those are the different stocks associated with Bitcoin.
Hmm.
Look at those returns in 2023. Well, don't show them that yet.
Hmm, hmm,
Let's talk
hmm.
about crypto first.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Yeah, I did not know. I was wondering if this is. Yeah, because I have no predictions for altcoins, bro. I just know that when Bitcoin moves, it's all going to rip. So yeah, but carry on.
Yeah. So for me though, I
Yeah.
really do think that crypto in 2024 is gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Spot Bitcoin ETF or not, I really do think that the altcoin season, even though I'm not a Bitcoiner because I do believe in the ideology of blockchains and what they can do.
Mhm.
And there's the argument that blockchains are way slower than databases, SQL
Yeah.
databases, and etc. etc. But I do think that there is a marketplace or a change or trend in thoughts of saying, even though a lot of our information are currently centralized
Yeah.
with certain organizations, same organizations are trying to convince you that they can decentralize it and give you your power back. And I think that point is selling to the general public, and some of them are seeing it. Actually, banks are already using blockchains.
Mm.
Medical institutions are already using blockchains. Major blockchains that are making impact to the world actually are not public like what you see on exchanges.
They don't have a coin.
They don't have a coin.
Yeah.
So there's already that going on.
Mm.
So all this coin madness, with especially with gaming, if you see what happened with what's that game? Gran Turismo 6 or whatever it's called, Grand Auto Theft 6.
Yeah.
Making major numbers. And those guys are not considering NFTs, getting points and making money while playing video games.
Yeah.
I think that is the future. And I really do think that gaming in the crypto space, AI in the crypto space, is going to be a big thing in 2024. And I think that's going to pop that market big time.
Okay. Yes, listen, this is where I am with that stuff. Okay. When you talk about use cases, okay, there is definitely a massive amount of use cases for blockchain technology out there, as far as from the stuff that I've looked at. In fact, the medical field uses some blockchain technology for various things. But those blockchain technologies do not have a coin.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot invest in it from that direction. When we look at the blockchain technologies in the crypto space that have a coin, I get the concept. You can get direct investment from the public, right? I think that concept itself needs to be solidified for the rest of the stuff that these coins are promising to really gain some serious traction. Okay. Now, the fact that these coins are moving is something that no one can debate against, right? Because we've seen, look at Dogecoin, right? Just ripped to the moon. So for me, I'm definitely engaging with these coins from a profitability standpoint.
That's all.
That's all.
Make the money. The right to use your own money.
I cannot say that. I cannot necessarily sit here and tell anyone that I think that a certain coin is going to do X, Y, and Z. Because for one, I've not been looking into it anymore.
Like to the technology and what the technology does.
Okay, I'll put it this way.
Okay.
When we do research, right, for
a certain coin,
for coins that we're specifically asked for it, yes, we can get that information and send it your way, right? But at the same time, okay, when we look at the way that these coins are being marketed from the longest of times, right, way back in the day, whether it's Solana and AVAX and whatever else, or Cardano. Right, let's take Cardano, for example.
Oh, boy.
Digital ID, you're going to get this. It's going to be great for the African nations because of X, Y, and Z. Well, it's been more than 4 years. Can we see any solid product that has been put out there yet?
Nope.
Are you familiar with?
Nope.
Okay. So that still stands. Listen, I get it. Because at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff, man, we're just talking promises. If you look at AI, that was a use case, right?
Yep.
And then GPT was released, and now you can see that it's run all through society. I'm trying to find one of these blockchains that they have released a product with a use case there. Don't get me wrong. There are somewhere, like what they call HNT.
Helium.
Yeah, Helium, right? They have this Wi-Fi sharing thing.
Helium to the moon.
Right.
Just
then, and they also have the other guys with the plugin, right? Like, is it Duma? With the
Demo,
thing. Right, Demo, right?
And Honey.
Right. So you get paid some coins to drive around and map the world. I get it. That's fine. But I still keep asking myself, where is this one that is going to be massive, game changing,
like Bitcoin
and effective, like Bitcoin is, right?
Casper is trying to be like Bitcoin, but it's still
well. But then they're all having the same use case, right? Because any cryptocurrency you can send across the world. You can use it for payments, right? And that is really the strongest use case that they all have right now. Money remittance. Unless I'm probably missing, a certain angle of it, but nonetheless,
gaming.
Okay. Yeah, but gaming is it's something that what do you use the coins for in gaming? To
Transactions, exchange value, yeah.
So it still comes down to the same thing. But I'm not writing these things off, man. I'm saying that I'm just continuously watching the space, because at the point where there is that use case, that at least when it clicks for me, because again, it's not that I'm seeing everything, but when there is a use case when it clicks for me, definitely I want to be there, because that's the only way that you'll be able to capitalize on that opportunity, right?
In that
Being-
case,
yeah.
you should invest in HNT, like me.
I mean, yeah, I have the coin. I mean, listen, man, like I said, man, it's not that I'm not gonna make profits on this thing. I'm definitely gonna make profits on it. Yeah. All right. But that's why I said it's difficult for me to make some certain sort of predictions on the altcoins. But yeah. Carry on, sir.
Well, 2024 for cryptos and altcoins, they're in there,
Absolutely.
right?
What is it? What is your next category of predictions?
Regulations.
Regulations. All right, all right. What do you see coming through? Actually, let's see if we have some comments before we roll forward.
All
sir.
right.
We have LV Slacker in the house, brother. LV99. What's up, brother?
Level 99.
Is it? What is that?
I'm just thinking it's level 99.
Level 99.
Finish the game, man.
Oh,
Give him all the NFTs, man. Give him all the money.
I was different. My mind was running behind there for sure, brother. My mind was running.
Finish him.
Oh man, look at that. So Elvis says, I was going back and forth on the approval. I'm leaning towards approval. Why is that? Why do you think? Why are you leaning more towards the approval now? BK Crypto says, Mostodamas. Let's go. What language is that?
What's the Damas? That's the guy that can tell the future.
Oh, I thought that's like good morning in some language.
What's the Damas?
Mostodamas. Okay, nice. I didn't know what that was.
President needs to wake up this morning, man.
Listen, man, it's a new year, brother. Okay, the plants are loading, is what it is. All right. So some will do OFAC blacklisting. That's the importance of decentralization.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Some will do OFAC blacklisting.
Some of the companies, this centralized companies, right? That's their approach to the old decentralization approach.
Blacklisting addresses. Yeah. Well, I think that in itself is, because if you look at what they talk about with these cryptocurrencies, and especially the CBDCs, they talk about financial inclusion. And then in the same breath, you're blacklisting other people. That's financial exclusion. So
exclusion.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you're blacklisted, they're telling you that you cannot transact, right? So yeah, it's I don't know. Okay, got it.
Talking of transact, all them transaction fees on Bitcoin lately with the ordinals and Bitcoin gamings and all this crap going on the Bitcoin network lately.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
It's not something that I like, but it is something that is happening, and we just have to accept it. And this is why I say that, because the way that the Bitcoin maxis have approached it, right? They behave in this way where it's like someone has appointed them the gatekeeper of Bitcoin, the police of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is open source, right? It's for everyone. So anyone can go on there and do what they want. They absolutely have the freedom to do that. That's the way the thing is designed, right? It does not mean that everyone has to like it. What if a bunch of people in Japan decided that, hey, this is what we want to build on Bitcoin, and they had their community there and they went about it their way? So I think that is where we all have to be able to compromise. So you could look at it as Bitcoin is teaching you how to be able to compromise with everyone else. We cannot stop them. They have every right to do what it is they're doing. It's not convenient for the rest of us, but this is also why we, there's a bunch of people that have been working on things like Lightning to be able to get around it.
But Lightning is getting expensive now too.
It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. I think it is what it is. The Lightning is getting expensive. But I would say that, these things need to happen. It's like I've been saying all year, right? Bitcoin does not have like a dedicated test team and development team and everything like that. So these things need to happen to be able to continuously test Bitcoin. Otherwise, everything that we're saying about Bitcoin is just a story. So, if ordinals want to carry on doing this type of stuff, that is fine. They also have the social environment to deal with because of their actions on the blockchain. So I don't want to, I think the danger of doing what the maxis do is that you're boxing everyone's mind into a certain direction as to how you think Bitcoin should function for everyone.
And that's not how Bitcoin was created. And that's not
Exactly.
why Bitcoin was created.
Exactly.
I actually have to say, though, in 2024, we're going to see a lot more of that. A situation where literally people are leaving Ethereum. 'Cause I really do think that Solana or another coin is going to, what's that word again? When another coin passes another coin, it's going to, anyway.
Yeah, to overthrow.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
flip. And they're saying it's gonna flip another coin. Yeah.
So I think Solana might be the one that flips Ethereum, but a lot of those developers in those spaces are going to be moving more towards Bitcoin, doing the ordinals. I think an ordinal sold for 100 and something monkey, so for $120 something thousand yesterday.
Yeah.
On the Bitcoin network layer 1. So it's kind of weird. Why people are doing that, I don't know. But if it works for them, it'll work for them.
Everybody wants to be on the trendy side, man.
Yeah.
I think that people who are like strong Ethereum people, there's a certain mindset that they have, right? And that you cannot have. I find that it is. It's not that it's wrong or right. Okay, it's just that there's a mindset in their approach to how they transact and the amount of value that is attached to transactions. That somehow they're okay with it, right? I think over time, there's probably going to be a solution around these things. You know, at some point in time, we were just complaining about the fact that you cannot use Bitcoin to make payments because it would take maybe 10 minutes or so to show up, right? This is how we now evolve into this lightning situation. So I think that we're not even in the place, you know, I think a lot of Bitcoiners are sort of really doing this victory lap sort of thing. We are not there. There's a lot more that we still stand to learn. And I think the most important thing is for us to just keep our minds open. When these things happen, let it happen. And then let's learn from them. And then see how we can now develop in a better direction. You see what I mean?
Yep.
The ordinals thing, I mean, they're going to, I cannot really.
I think ordinals is going, the actual coin RD is going up. The another coin sats and stacks, those guys are going to be moving big time. I mean, not financial advice, but that seems to be where the trend is going in 2024.
Absolutely.
And although they're not actual Bitcoin standards, BRC20, I guess you can call it Bitcoin-ish.
Is it built on Bitcoin?
Yeah, I mean, it's based on the Bitcoin blockchain. So.
Wait, what does that mean? Is it built on Bitcoin or is it not on Bitcoin blockchain?
so there's BRC20s. There's a whole bunch of different BRCs now that are coming up, and they are supposed to be almost Bitcoin, but I'm not the developer on that level, but it's almost like bringing Ethereum type code into the Bitcoin space and doing everything that you do with NFTs and everything on the Bitcoin.
But it's built on top of the Bitcoin
layer 1
blockchain.
for the side part is that most of them are trying to go into layer 1, doing it on layer 1. Yes.
Okay. So
it's like attaching blocks into the attaching blocks, but inscribing into the blocks.
I watched the interview with the guy who started all this madness.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of his points. I see a lot of his points where he's coming from. But I'm definitely going to have to dig into that because I don't think that there can be any question as to whether the level of the block, right, whether if it's on the Bitcoin blockchain or not. Because if it is not, and they're saying we have these things that is like the Bitcoin blockchain, then I should probably, I need to get on Twitter and rile some people up. You know what I'm saying? Man, we're almost out of time here, but let's look at some comments and then if we have any, I know you have some other predictions here, which I think
we'll make it quick.
Yeah, we can run through those for sure real quick. That's because those are some great gains in the traditional market because of this sector.
Yep.
Let's see. LV says because the SEC asked for the final ETF
revision last week.
Oh yeah, because I was asking why does he think it was going to be going through. Yes, they asked for this revision.
Yeah, but it's the SEC, man. SEC always make people run around like a chicken without a head.
Well, we'll see, man. I think Gensler is incompetent at this point. You know,
that's a good point. They said like Tether and USDC, they blacklist and they have frozen transactions. I really do think that at the point of this spot Bitcoin ETF approval, when it does get approved, there's going to be a lot of people trying to enter the market, and we have something similar to what happened in 2020 when apps start freezing or your bank will not allow you to make transactions or transfers, or for some reason Tether now gets a new news that they've been investigated and you're not allowed to use USDT to transact. But then the big banks can still move their money into it, whereas the retail investors cannot do it. That's possible.
You mean that people will find out that all these crypto coins are not decentralized like they thought it was?
Yep.
Listen, you still buy Bitcoin on Cash App, no matter what happens. LV says Stakk is an affinity scam.
So there are multiple of them. There is Sats, there is Stakk, STAX, there is STACKS. There's all this stuff out there. As long as it's not Stakk. We don't have a coin.
Yeah, we don't have a coin. In fact, one of these Bitcoin maxis attacked us on Twitter because they thought that our logo is an NFT. I will let you know that I let the freaking fear of God rip into their souls. Okay, let's wrap up the show, brother. I think Gentlemen of Crypto has come on. We are way over time here.
All right, go ahead and show them the gains from. I
don't think I should.
Yeah, we can just talk about it.
Yeah, we're just talking about it. Actually, no, wait, I can share this GitHub page here. I believe should be able to. Let's see here. So this is the traditional markets that we're looking at here. Sorry guys, I thought I had that page pulled up. I do not. But carry on, double.
All right,
just read them out. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, my GitHub is not updated on my iPad.
Oh, okay. Well, here's what it is, right? So these are stocks in the traditional market that you pointed out. Right?
Stocks in 2023.
Yes,
that pumped because of Bitcoin.
Because they're related, right?
Yeah.
So we have CIFR 637%, Mara 586%, BitF yeah, BitF 561%, MSTR 490%. That is actually MSTR. That's been serious, dude. Yeah. Iron, IREN 472%, CLSK 440%. I mean, this list, ARC, the ARC investment stuff. I think is actually a good time to get into ARC because
I'm still recovering.
Yeah, I mean,
still recovering from the last year now.
It's her only hope to bring back those funds, bro. It's her only hope to bring back those funds because she's been buying Bitcoin and she better keep buying more. Otherwise, you know what I mean? So, and with that said, this means that you, Cathy Woods, you're no longer what they call an investor. You're just buying Bitcoin like the rest of us. And you're trying to revive people's funds because you fucked up massively. Riot, 356, Wolf, 260, ARC, BK 246%, Hive 214%, HUT 213. Let's see, BTC of course 553, and then of course Galaxy 175%. These are some massive moves, given that the rest of the stock market is pretty much dead.
On the traditional market,
yes,
where your SPY and your S&P only gave you the 20-something% return in 2023.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So if that happened in 2023 in the recovery from a bear market, and now imagine what's going to happen in 2024 if the spot Bitcoin ETF gets approved and after the halving. So what I'm trying to tell folks is that you might not have the money to buy a whole Bitcoin, but in the traditional market you still have some space for some gains out there.
Absolutely. This is pretty solid. Let's go buy some of those too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us on the first day of this year. Okay, we started this year together. This means we're only going up and up, if you understand what I mean. Anything else you want to add, Double O, before we wrap this up here?
2024, we're all gonna be popping some champagne
to the moon.
To the moon.
Yes,
that's the prediction.
Absolutely. Let me say only tech stocks are doing good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, subscribe to our channel. I'll say it for the third time. Subscribe to our channel, please. Okay, share it with your friends.
Please, you better do it.
Yeah, exactly. Share our channel with your friends, man. Your mother, your great grandmother. Okay,
especially your grandma.
Yes, and let's see. Also follow us on X, StackFin, and Spotify at Stakk. Until next time, have a spectacular new year, 2024, man. That sounds nice in my ear, Until next time, Brazen out.
Double O.